Yo, guys. Welcome back to Late Night Talk Show every Wednesday from 10 till 12 a.m. on Ontop FM. I'm your girl Leticia, aka Leglelicious.
And I'm your girl, Miss Leesh.
And we are here with the lovely Miss
Paula Perry,
who is talking about
Black British history.
And
Black British history. And my book, best-selling book, The Black British History, Black Influences on British Culture.
If you don't know, you better get to know. You better go with the flow. 1, 2, 3, and away we go. Over to you, girl.
So again, I just wanted to introduce my co-authors as well. So there's 4 of us who wrote this book. We all studied under a gentleman called Robin Walker, who is our mentor, the Black History Man. He is a scholar, a historian, and he has a number of books that are absolutely excellent. So we all studied Black history under him for 3 years.
Oh wow,
yes,
3 years.
3 years we studied.
I need to get Robin Walker on the show. I'm going to talk to you. I need to talk that up, sis.
No, we can make that happen.
Cool.
We can make that happen.
You heard it here, guys. This is out. It's Black History Month, and on the Late Night Talk Show, we like to, especially for the what's it called? Black History Month of October. We like to just talk about Black history for this month. So.
Big up Smiler, who just called in and said Patrick Truman, it was Love Thy Neighbour.
Yeah, Love Thy Neighbour. Yes, I saw someone in there, so thank you for that. All these stuffs are in my head, but then sometimes when I'm thinking about it on the spot, it goes out of my head.
No, that happens.
So Robin Walker is a part of the book. So you don't know how excited I was to have my name alongside his when we first published this book. I was like, big. I remember first going to one of his lectures, then studying underneath him. Now he's my mentor, a friend, and I've got my name alongside his now. One book that I would recommend of Robin Walker's, if you haven't got it, it's a book called When We Ruled.
When We Ruled.
When We Ruled. It's an absolutely amazing book that will take you through years and decades of African history, empires, creations. It's an amazing book, When We Ruled. So I always have to big up my mentor there and let you know one of these books that are good to read.
So big up C&D Creations, who says, okay, I definitely bought the book.
Excellent.
Big up yourself.
Yes. Yeah, so a lot of people have got the book, which we're really grateful, and the feedback has been really good in terms of the quality of the information inside the book. So one thing I'd just like to touch upon as well is that Black History Month's concept was originally started in America, and it was actually called Negro History Week, started in 1926 by Dr. Carter Woodson. And the reason why he started the month in February again was to recognize the Black contributions in America of building the country as well. So he started it from there. So that's where it originally started from. In Britain, we celebrated 30 years. It started in 1987. We celebrated 30 years of Black History Month in this country in 2017, the year the book was published. And again, the concept was created by activists, a Ghanaian from Ghanaian heritage, Mr. Sebo. He was an activist for the idea of having Black History Month, and the reason why it was created, because he said a mother came to him very distressed and upset that her son came home and said he wished he was white.
Oh Lord.
Yes.
I would be very distressed as well.
Because of that, he thought, what are we gonna do? What can we do to show the contributions from the African continent, from the beginning of time right up until present day. So that's where the idea came from. It was actually implemented by a lady called a Labour activist. She was a Labour MP as well, called Linda Bellos. So she was the one who actually got it put through for it to be a month each year. So that's how the Black History Month came about.
In England?
In England, yes.
Sorry to cut you, Paula. You just a minute ago, Leg said we didn't do the news, but someone's just said there, have we already pure gym.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh my gosh! My daughter showed me that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter showed me that. I was like, no, that can't be.
It can't be real.
That can't be real. I couldn't believe it.
Okay, so a personal trainer put up. So I don't know if, like I said,
pure gym, and then after they said that it was him that put it out. We don't know. What if they just put him as a shit?
No, because I'll tell you. No, because I looked at it. So basically, what happened was a member of staff at the Pure Gym. Yeah, he put up this thing in recognition of Black History Month, 12 Years a Slave, and like I mentioned, it was on TV. Was it Friday, Sunday, Saturday? One of them days anyway. 12 Years a Slave was on. I still didn't watch it properly anyway. But anyway, the 12 Years a Slave is a film about a man that was, I would assume, a slave for 12 years. Now, this guy that works at the gym, last year, in terms of Black History Month, put up information around 12 Years a Slave. This year, he put up a workout entitled 12 Years a Slave and commented on 12 Years a Slave being 12.
Slavery was hard, so your workouts.
Yeah, slavery was hard, so your workout's got to be hard, and then put all of these different burpees, whatever the workout was. This man turned out to be a black man.
Oh yeah, and he's from Dunstable.
But the area of where he comes from, well, I'm not saying but, he comes from Dunstable. Now, Dunstable is an area where it's not black frequented, as far as I'm aware of, anyway.
There's black people there.
There's a lot.
There's a couple.
There's a couple.
Yeah.
There's a
Handful.
Yeah, handful.
Okay, so this guy.
Not far from Milton Keynes.
Oh, okay, cool. So he put out this workout entitled 12 Years a Slave, and didn't overstand.
Yeah, but even
the
if
connotation.
he put it out, yeah.
Can you come?
Even if he put it out, yeah, isn't there supposed to be a marketing board or something that authorize it before a whole big company like Pure Gym is nationwide?
Yeah.
Is there not a company that oversees stuff first and would see that and say, brother?
Why did that go around to all the gyms?
No, it's just that gym. But he posted a picture of his thing on the window,
right, okay,
saying 12 Years a Slave with all the routines underneath it, and that was. And he
So
posted
it wasn't a campaign.
But he posted it under Pure Gym. So just like Ontop FM, it's like us posting something under Ontop FM's label. Because we've all got access potentially to
So
it.
It went through there.
So it
So
looks
that's
like
what
it came directly from the gym.
That's
as
what
opposed
their
to
campaign.
Yeah.
We tagged them in.
I think that probably he tagged them in, and then if it does, become negative, Pure Gym gonna slap his wrist. They're gonna get.
Well, that's what they did. They distanced themselves from him.
It didn't say him until
surprised
after
it was
the
a black guy. So it was a
until the
black guy who done
backlash
it.
came. Is only when this black guy came out.
Right. Okay.
Before that, it was Pure Gym.
So you put it as Pure Gym.
Yeah, it was Pure Gym. It came out
Yeah.
as Pure Gym until the backlash came.
And
is
then
when
it came under his name.
you don't talk too soon.
That was not a dragonfly.
I don't care. It's still flying.
It's a moth.
Just
chill. Just
focus.
Yeah. Focus, man. Tell Shot to holler. So basically, this is what this guy done. And he didn't understand the connotation of what he had done until he got the backlash. But it wasn't even straight away. It was like however time afterwards.
Yeah. But
because he said that they asked him to change the wording or something like that. Ooh. Someone asked him to change the wording or something like that because it didn't ring well. Yeah. And then afterwards now he got a big piece of backlash because he then posted and said, they asked me to take this, to change the wording or something.
So he didn't see what was wrong himself.
No.
And he's apologized profusely and talked about he can't what's it called like as if to say he didn't realize the backlash the offensiveness of what he was doing.
Yeah,
so we're trying to understand, is that
how
because
can you not understand that?
But is that because he lives in the bush, or is that what?
Because common sense isn't common.
Well, clearly.
Yeah, clearly, or because I don't know in his right mind why he would have done
exactly.
That.
But what
in this day and age?
Yeah, it's just
how
mad.
How you say slavery was hard, but this is going to
be
exactly.
Huh? Exactly.
And you know what? And the notion that he did with that just shows, and why the mentality that he has is what the privileged mentality he has is that slavery was only for 500 years of your life.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. Get over it.
Yeah.
500 years of mental torture, physical torture, abuse. 500 years. It's only been abolished for 50 years.
5 hours. None of that. It's
only been abolished for a short space of time, and you're saying get over it. Like, I just, It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no. My daughter showed me it yesterday. I was thinking, no, that can't be real.
It's real. It's real, girlfriend. It's real. And to be fair, I am gonna try and link in with him just to try and find out if I could overstand like to get him to kind of explain like where he's at with that and stuff like that. So we'll see if we can get him, sort of getting him in. No, because he's from Dunstable, but even if we could get a telephone conversation with him just to understand his thinking and what is his. Well, I am, because I want to understand what his thinking is around Black history and what his knowledge is around
how does
slavery.
That benefit you? How does that
it's not about how it's benefiting me. I just need to understand because he's.
That's my point though. How does that serve you, finding that out?
Yeah, but how does a lot of things serve me? A lot of things don't serve me. It don't make no difference. But you know, like I know my history to
exactly. So knowing what his reason for doing it is ain't gonna help your life.
No, but it's about educating people, isn't it? And it's about helping to educate him as well in terms of what it was that he was going on about, and helping to educate others. Because what's then happened is there's a comedian guy. I can't remember what his name is. That redskin guy, and he does Mohawk or something like that.
But yeah, he's good. I like him.
No, he is good. But do you know what happened? He's done a video in retrospect relating to that in a gym, and it's just off. It's just not cool.
No, but what
he's doing gunshots. He's doing all kinds of.
What he's trying to say,
it's the sarcasm is not cool. Yeah, let me hear it.
This is basically what you're saying. That's what he's saying about the man. So where he said stuff like Air Force, treadmill, gunshot. I can't remember what the words he used, but basically you use stereotypes to make the video.
Oh, is that what he done on his gym?
No, not that man.
The comedian
guy. So if you look on Leglelicious Instagram, you'll see the video because I posted because I'm just trying to understand the sarcasm.
Is that the one he said is Jamie Oliver's cousin? Is it that guy?
Yeah.
I like that guy. Well, I liked him before this latest one. Yeah.
But what he's done is he's used all the stereotypes that can be put out there and said, okay, basically he's saying, Pure Jim, you might as well have made this, is what he's saying. Okay. This is how ridiculous your statement is. Yeah. It basically represents this. That's what he was trying to say. He wasn't trying to embrace it. He wasn't trying to promote it. Wow. He's trying to show the opposite side that
he went too far.
Basically.
He went too far.
But I was going to say that I think some Black people don't appreciate the Black History Month at all. They just see, okay, this is what the fuss is about. So they don't appreciate the struggle that we went through. So for this guy from Dunstable to do what he did, he clearly didn't.
Yeah.
Me. I remember, do you know what sad film that made me sad? You know The Colour Purple?
Yeah.
That film made me sad, you know?
Yeah.
So I can't watch them. I can't watch them sort of films. They make me sad.
I love that film, you know?
Yeah.
It was, I liked it.
I love it.
But it makes me emotional, so I can't watch it.
Yeah, no, it is an emotional film and you just brought up a song there.
You know, what song is it?
God is trying to tell you something. God is trying to tell you something. Maybe God is trying to tell you something right now.
Right now.
I don't know the song.
No, because what it is,
I know the
that's one of the songs,
I don't know it like off head, like to know. You know, if you can remember scenes and whatever, but I don't know it off head.
No, because that song is like she had a disconnection to her father, innit? And she was coming home to talk to her dad because her dad cut her off because she went.
That Whoopi.
No,
the
daughter.
No, the lady who was going out with Whoopi's husband. What's her name? Sherry? No, not Sherry. Sugar.
Yes, Sugar.
That film was too much.
No, that film is bad.
It brings up too much pain.
It does. But that was very poignant in terms of yeah. Thanks for remembering Colour Purple.
Yeah, sorry. So,
but yeah.
Yeah, but I think people don't appreciate.
No,
because a lot of people understand their history.
And
that's
you know what makes it us don't. Because for me, you know, I don't know. In America, when's because the funny thing used to get me mixed up here. In the beginning of the year, there's Black History Month
in February. It's Black History Month in February in America.
Get me confused.
It's confusing.
If you think about all the social media that you and I were putting out, okay, in London or in England, we're putting out in October.
Yeah.
But in America, I'm thinking. So I used to get confused because I would step in and it's Black History, and then October. So I'm thinking Black History is every day of the year.
But it's supposed to be.
It's meant to be. I'd say for Black History 365 because you know what? There's a vast amount of Black history that you can't learn it all in one month. Even 1 month of your lifetime, you wouldn't be able to learn it all. So it's something that we need to continuously be doing. It's something that we can't allow to be just left to the schools. That's something that comes from the home as well. So we need to take the time out to be raising our own self-esteem and our own, appreciation for our culture and where we're coming from. Because when I first started embarking on learning my history, as I said, I studied 3 years under Robin Walker. When you start understanding what your people have created, what your, the empires, nothing don't exist that don't come from us.
Black Wall Street,
yeah,
Egyptians, mummies,
and once you start learning your history, there's a level of straightening up your back. There's a level of lifting up your head high. There's a level of walking with poise, because you start realizing, hold on a minute, I'm someone and I'm powerful. But when you don't have that, and all you're told in schools, you was a slave. You've not achieved anything. What people have done, like it's ridiculous. So even when you look at all the different inventors of most of the things that we use, they're all black people.
Yeah.
So most things that we use, we wouldn't be able to use many things on a daily basis if we say, let's take them away.
Apparently,
you wouldn't be able to use much.
Who made Jack Daniels? Can you imagine?
Yeah, Jack Daniels. Yeah, but
and the Ford car.
Yes.
Yeah, but the black man that made Jack Daniels, he was cheated out of his lotion and potion.
And that's because
whose AirPods is trying to connect?
And that's because a lot of the times, other, people will have the patent. So you'll create something, but you haven't got the money to paint in it, to create it your own. And somebody else has done it.
Cocoa butter. Do you not know about the history of cocoa butter?
No.
Okay.
What, share cocoa butter?
No, cocoa butter is manufactured by white people, but it was originated from a black person. And what happened is they went to manufacturers and asked them to manufacture it, and they said that they can't do it. What they did is they stole the formula and made it themselves.
Yeah, of course. That's what you do.
And that's what goes on regular.
Yeah, definitely. Just like Jack Daniels.
And I'm surprised that the number of brands that did originally start as black brands that have been sold onto, your Dark and Lovelies, your Cantu, a lot of the stuff that we, stuff that we use.
Shea Moisture.
Is Shea Moisture been
KFC
sold?
Yeah, Shea Moisture was black owned and it got taken over. So what?
Sure, I had some ifs and buts in that. Is that concrete?
Yeah.
Oh.
But that goes back to what you said about...
They changed the ingredients. Sorry to cut you. They changed the ingredients because I used to use it, and then what happened was they changed the ingredients of it. When it changed hands, they changed the ingredients, because when I went to what's her shop, the black hair shop. No.
Oh, Yinka.
No, the one in Lewisham.
That's
Sandy's.
Oh, Sandy's.
Sandy's black hair shop in Lewisham. And talking to them, she was saying to me that basically the products that they had left in the shop was the last batch of the originals,
right,
since it's been taken over by the next set of people. And also, I mean, HCR, pick it itself, OV King, who started this black hair care group where we test different black hair products to go out into society, but also in terms of just reinforcing black products out there. So yeah, it's come up quite a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, so even like Dr. Dre selling out the beats and all that stuff.
Yeah, he didn't sell out. He was sponsored.
He was part sponsored first. Was he part sponsored first when he made it?
100%.
I believe
by a white man.
But didn't it come out with Apple?
He shouldn't have sold his thing.
I'm
pretty sure if you had worked so hard and then you got a chance for someone to give you money and pay and make your family secure, would you not? You wouldn't sell. No. Because the way you said it,
because.
Whatever, right, you can say that now, but you're not in that position, so it's all good.
Let me tell you something. If you know me, you know me. Because I'm black, yo. Because I'm black, yo. Because I'm black and black and I'm black, yo. Let me tell you what I'm saying to you. Because even though the people that may not, right, let me tell you something about knowing your worth. Yeah? If a man's going to come to me, look at Nicki Minaj. Not Nicki Minaj, the other one. The one, cooler, what's her name?
What's her name?
The other one, man. The one that was splitting up with the man that's not Future, that I keep on messing
Cardi.
Up. Yeah. Cardi B. Right. Cardi B, yeah. When they first came to her, or even Steph London, they came to her with contracts and they said, no, that's not a contract. I'm worth more than that. And they waited.
That's different. This is a product.
No.
This is their talent.
No.
That's two different things.
Work with the alignment that I'm trying to show you right now.
Go on.
There isn't one to you, but to me, there's an alignment in the sense that it's about knowing your worth, isn't it? So my thing is this: if a man gonna come to me and say, "Boy, you're worth $1 million," I'm gonna say, "Okay, cool. What now? I can get 1.5 mil for that then." If that's the case, do you understand what I'm saying to you? So I will hold on to my thing until I know. And furthermore, if you feel that I'm worth that much, then. How powerful is it what I have in my hands? Do I need to do that? That's the question you need to ask yourself.
I'm going to interject.
Yeah, but what she's saying there then is, just to play devil's advocate here.
Go ahead.
When someone gives you the 1.5 then, because you know you're worth the 1. Are you going to potentially take the 1.5? And what would be the because she's saying you may have a product that's can expand, go big, but you might not be in a position to bring it that way. Someone's going to come to you and market it and bring something to you to allow you to create wealth for your generations behind you. Are you going to take it? That's what she said.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. No, I have to work out and look at everything that's around me and make it come from within my thing. Because it's not just like Choice, Choice FM. You've got Choice FM, the first black radio station they sold out. Where is the black radio station now?
Yeah, but you don't know if they said if you don't come on board, then this gets shut down.
Yeah, but listen to this.
You don't know the background story, so you can't just make judgments like that.
It's not even a case of making judgments, but what I'm going to say is, in terms of that music industry that they're in anyway, it's a no-brainer that he didn't really have a choice, because the powers that be that controlled him in the first place, he can't go much higher than he wants to go.
So then why would you say look at Choice FM then? If you're aware
that... But Choice FM, what do you mean?
But you just said you're aware that they couldn't go much higher.
But you're saying that like as if to say, why would I say that? Like what I'm saying is incorrect. What I'm saying is what I'm saying. But what point is that Choice FM sold us out too. But they're also. But what I'm saying is
they sold you out,
but they did sell us out.
They had no other option.
No, I'm not saying they had no option. I'm saying I'm talking about Beats, for example. More than likely didn't have no option. I can't say Choice FM didn't have no other option.
But my point is this: when companies buy out other companies, there could be stuff that they can put in. So, for example, say like let's just say a shop. Someone came to a shop and you were selling a certain thing, and a company came. You got your supplies from this company and they've offered you a certain amount of money, and they say if you do not let us buy you out, we're no longer supplying you. Therefore, you can no longer give your demand to your customers, so you're going to go bankrupt everywhere. Anyway, so you have to sell to them, otherwise you're frigged. That's like what you just said about Choice FM.
No.
They couldn't go above where they're going because they had the people who were above them, so they had to sell out. That's what you just said. No. But then you said they sold out.
No, I didn't say that about Choice. I don't know who was above Choice FM. What I talked about was Dr. Dre in terms of the
maybe mix up
the people. No, the people that control people like Dr. Dre in terms of what we were just talking about, i.e. the people, the Jews, because the Jews is the music industry. There's a limit to where you can reach. I don't know about Choice FM and that kind of radio tactics and all that. But what my point is, and I hear what you're trying to say, but at the same time, it's about, that's one supplier. There is bare different peoples in terms of that can enable the different things to monopolize, to be created. There may be one supplier right now, but if you don't want to supply me, you know what? Cool. Let me try and look around and do my research and see how I can supply myself and find another supplier.
This is where at the point when Dre got to where he was, it's not like he was low down. He must have gone through how many different suppliers. Like, you have to think about what you're saying here. You're saying there's many different suppliers. Yes, there is. But at that scale that he was at, I'm pretty sure he's already been through whatever suppliers. He's already got so much money, so he's already had marketing teams and whatever look into it. Like,
but you know what? You know the funny thing is, Puffy was actually upset that Dre got the deal to sell his headphones. Yeah. Puffy was upset.
Yeah. And the thing about it with these things as well is where you're saying the production and something, that's something that we need to be building within the company, because this is why we always have to seek outside. Because we haven't, we need to start building where we can mass produce in those levels. As well.
Sorry,
but we're getting there.
We're getting there. I've got someone that wants to come live. GL7 wants to come live. Big up yourself, GA7. How you doing, Crimer? I'm just gonna log you in. We don't have a connection, so let's see. What is 7? Big up yourself. Big up Miss Nels, who said I miss Choice FM.
I miss Jenny Francis. That's why I miss
that voice.
Jenny Francis. She's on Magic FM.
She's on Magic. Big up yourself, brother. How you doing? I'm just gonna hold you to the thingy, Bob.
Hello.
How are you? Yeah.
Are you home with the mask?
A nice topic in there. We're not selling.
Back. Language, mind the language. Mind good language, please.
It didn't help me build it. So why, when I grow to a certain level, why is it sellable? That means I'm uncomfortable what my company is doing for me or what I've done. Yeah. That means I'm being greedy.
No, it doesn't. All right, can I interject?
I don't know Choice FM circumstances. I don't know. But I would rather have... Look what they've done to our station. I miss Choice FM.
I hear you. So do I.
I would rather have Choice FM...
In Borough High Street.
I would rather have Choice FM still have Trust FM being on a decent standard. Stop thinking we need to go higher. What higher?
Okay, can I interject?
Let them talk.
Why we let people set the bar? What should happen? So let me talk from my personal. I built a brand from scratch. My mask, my hat, my jacket, my shoes. What do you want me to show you? My lighters. So what you're gonna tell me now? I'm gonna build this brand. I just say it makes me a couple million, buys me a nice house, whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why should I sell it?
See, that's
because I'm being greedy and thinking I want to be like them. We gotta know what's comfortable for us and keep our things to us. Shout out to someone like the Master P. Remember, the same Jewish people you lot are talking about, I study all of these people. I haven't got no one else to study or their blueprint. You have to follow someone's blueprint in business, I don't care.
Yeah.
All successful people got something in common, they're successful.
Yes.
All the lazy people and bum people, they got something in common, they're all bums.
Yeah.
That's what that, yeah? No, just admit it, it's the truth. They got something in common. So if I want to have something in common, I'll be a successful man. The same man what made Dr. Dre and keeps on backing him, Puffy Cole, Jay-Z, 50 Cent. Yeah. This is the same man, you know, and the same family backing all of them, you know, and milking them. This is the same man what used to back Puffy Cole and back Suge Knight, you know. I made all the money in the world and didn't give a fuck about us.
Language, please, language.
Sorry, my bad. I'm a bit raw.
That's alright, you're passionate. Go on.
Yeah, go on.
Alright, cool. Alright, so someone like Master P, if you go and look at his interviews and look at him, he said man offered him £1 million once. And he said, if that man offered me £1 million, what's my company worth? And him and his brother had an argument jumping back on the plane to go on New Orleans. I don't know what interview it is of Master P. I'm always going to remember that standpoint. Why do you think Master P is okay, but he's big, but he ain't big like Puffy or Jay-Z? Because them people don't like him.
But he is still big because he's got lots of different businesses.
Dame Dash.
Yeah.
I said he's still big.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's still big out there.
He's still out there, but why do you think he ain't as out there as Dr. J or one of these?
They can block his marketing.
Yeah, but that's fine. But the point, this is what I was going to say. So what you said about why would you sell out, whatever, he didn't sell out because he would still be able to make generational wealth for his family. If that option was given to you...
No, Master P didn't.
Master P has built an empire. Yeah, Master P's built an empire where he's with the knowledge. Yeah, because he's had knowledge. Yeah, but that's what my point is. He just said if they offered him whatever, he wouldn't take it, whatever. Master P was able to not take it because, as you said, he's built up his knowledge. He knows all his stuff. He's got how many different businesses, and he's still able to build generational wealth for his family, right? So when you said you wouldn't take it or whatever, whatnot, if you wasn't able to build that generational wealth for yourself with your company to leave for your family, would you not then take a deal? You would just cut it out.
I'm not taking no deal, B, man. Sorry, I'm not taking it. They didn't help me build this.
But my point is, it's not about who helped you build. For me, I'm saying about your family, for your kids and your kids' kids and your kids' kids' kids.
Hello? My kids have got to be willing to carry up
to what?
Like
you said, Dame Dash.
They got to be willing then. Yeah. What we chatting about? No one has just give me nothing.
That's why you're building to them. That's my point. Yeah, you're not been making what you're making to give it to them.
No, they have to work for it. Yeah. I want my kids to work for it. They can't just...
What are you talking about?
Of course they're gonna work for it. Obviously, I get that. But are you not going to pass it down to them?
Not because you give your children. Do you know most people inherit wealth? They go broke. Do you know that?
Yeah.
But I'm not saying you just give it down to them. Obviously, you're going to grow them within your company, but you need them.
They don't know how to manage money. They don't know how to run a company. What's the point of giving someone millions of pounds? They've never run a company.
So then, what is the point? So what are you making the company for if you're not going to leave it to them?
To build my thing. That's generational wealth. When the slave owner used to pass his slave plantation down to his white son, you think his white son didn't know how to run that plantation?
Nope.
No, they did. A lot of them didn't actually. They mashed up the plantation, but yes.
Yeah, but the plantations, a lot of them was run by the wives. Actually, I was watching a few documentaries.
I didn't see that as
well. The wives were the ones that took over when the husbands stayed. Yeah, no, that's
always a woman.
Yeah. Hey, don't hate y'all. You better recognize. We got y'all. We got y'all.
Help me.
See,
See, look at him showing the woman. That's what I'm saying. You get me?
Hello. Shut up. It's always a woman. Men only have vision. Women are the executors.
Sit there.
If a man gives a woman she multiplies it. If a man gives his money to a woman in her house, she does better than the man will do with the money. Come on, anybody should know that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
But you lot still wanna cuss us out about we neck.
You take all my money anyway.
God created Adam, and then he created Eve to accompany him and finish his works. Come on, man, we should know that standardly. So if you say that the white women used to do it, I believe that. And if the wives, I believe that.
Definitely.
I know you're looking at me, innit, bro. No, man, I've got some gems too, bro. And listen, that was it. But we're not selling. I tell
Never,
everybody,
never.
Sell. That's it. Don't sell.
Hold it.
Yeah? Hold your thing, B.
Yeah.
But they didn't hold it.
Yeah.
And I tell all the young sports players as well, these people didn't put in nothing in you, but as soon as you get to a place, they give you everything free. Mm-hmm. I don't want nothing free now. I got it. Why didn't you give me free when I needed it?
Yeah.
You give me to when I needed it. Get out of it. They need to come back to the end and say, I'm putting on my people them's things.
Yes.
Or you best bust my people, and my deal is with his deal then. Forget about it. Because you didn't give me that. So why must I give you? I must say, you mad?
Yeah.
We got to stop being brainwashed.
Yeah.
And we got to stop thinking they set the bar.
Licky.
We set our own bar. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I'm never selling GL7 to the word.
How you mean, brother?
Where can we get your
Plug.
Where's your GL7? Where can we?
Brixton Mall, y'all.
we can
Brixton
get-
Mall. Tell them peeps, where's your stuff at?
My sister knows. I will send it to her phone, and you lot can decide if you want, if you don't. But who knows? No.
Shout it out
No,
now, bro.
I like the look. I like the
You're
look.
online now. Brixton Mall. Tell them Brixton Mall down.
Shut up, man.
Hey. Behave yourself. Big up your hey sis, how you doing? You alright? Hey girls. My girl over there. Flying high.
Unit 29 Brixton Mall.
Okay.
422 Brixton Road.
I will be there.
7AY.
I'm on Instagram.
Instagram is at gl7london.co.uk and also G_love7 clothing.
Lovely.
I will be there tomorrow. I'll be there tomorrow.
GL7 in the building.
I'll be there tomorrow.
We're not going nowhere.
Watch my beard. I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, listen. That was this me. I catch the talk. I like the talk.
Thank you.
lot.
All right.
Carol doing the good work.
Bless up, brother. Bless up,
you.
brother.
And listen to me, hello, is what I need you to tell everybody to do, because we're talking about generational wealth. The quickest way to leave your child something is can't get a life insurance policy. We're all going to born to die. It's the quickest way.
Okay, and
That's what I
Listen
do.
to our show.
you missed the show 2 weeks ago.
I'm an advisor. I specialise in that as well.
That's the quickest
Yes,
way.
yes.
No
And
one
people don't
can die.
realise
We're
that.
all born to die. So, even, look, this plant is born to die. Anything we've got life, we're all going to die.
Yes.
The quickest way to make sure you leave your children something, if you're chatting about leaving your children something, is just get a life insurance policy. It's the quickest way.
Yeah.
So we're all
Long
born
as they
to
don't
die.
kill you off,
And you
yeah.
can pay that bit by bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bless up yourself, brother. We're gonna hook it out for after Black History Month to come on down to the Late Night Talk Show. You know we got pure love for you already, supporting the movement and all that stuff. You know what I mean? You too, brother. Peace and love, yeah.
Thank you, man.
One love.
Blessings.
Blessings. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. Make sure you check out GL7
GL7.
in Brixton Mall, which is where, if you remember the job centre, that part there, job centre in Brixton, or the pound shop that used to be down in Brixton, that's where Brixton Mall is now.
I thought it was where the H&M
No.
is.
No, H&M is the other side, so you got to go down
That's
Brixton.
Village.
That's Brixton
Yeah,
Village
yeah,
is round the back by the leisure centre.
You're just good.
But Brixton Mall is literally past TK Maxx and then just behind where the Ferndale Road is,
Post office.
where the post office is, along that little route there.
I've never been in there, but I saw
There's
there's
two
something
there.
built up
Yeah,
there. Like
there's two
a
there,
restaurant.
yes.
Okay,
Yes,
I've
there's
never
two
been
there.
Shop and
there.
everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can get to it from the side of Ferndale Road. You can get it from the main road. But at Brixton Mall, go in there, go straight to the back and turn to the right, and you'll see GL7.
Nice.
It's in there.
It's
got female clothing, it's got male clothing as well. So big up yourself, my brother. Peace and love.
Myself out quick.
All the time. So anyway, getting back to Black British history. Yeah. But it's all about Black British history.
It's all good conversation.
It is. I mean, this is a late night talk show and anything goes every Wednesday from 10 till 12 a.m. I'm your girl, Leticia, aka Leglelicious.
And I'm your girl, Miss Leesh.
And we are here with
Paula Perry
and
Mr. DJ A Star.
Hey.
Big up yourselves. And we are talking about
Black British history, Black influences on British culture from 1948 till 2016. The bestseller, first of its kind, and should be in everybody's homes.
Exactly.
And schools. Yes.
And someone did say earlier as well that it is being taught in schools as well.
A lot of teachers have the book. Which is good, and they're using it to adapt it for younger children. But they find it as a great resource because where sometimes teachers are like if it's slavery or America, so we don't know anything else to teach. Well, this has got 32 lessons in there.
32 lessons.
The work is already done. All you need to do is take it up, photocopy it, and hand it out. You don't have to do anything and just go through the lessons. So, like I said, it has text, sources to back up what we're saying, and activity questions
and
as
pictures as well.
A picture appendix. It's
very useful and very resourceful.
It's a good resource. It's a very good resource.
So also just to say, we've got Malik Boy 23 who said good night from Fort Lauderdale, South Florida, and said that I miss Choice FM. Also he said big up, bless up London, big up C&D Creations who said I remember when Choice FM was on Acre Lane. They were great. It's true. I forgot that Choice FM was on Acre Lane down there.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, that's where they started on Acre Lane before they moved over to Borough.
I went to Borough.
You work at Choice?
I worked at Choice.
You see?
Yeah.
Girl, you get around.
Jenny Francis.
And then
Jeff Schumann as well.
Jeff Schumann, yeah.
Oh my God. Do you know what? Jeff Schumann left because the deal they signed with Capital wasn't a good
didn't
deal.
go right.
So Jeff said, "No, I'm not have it."
Yeah, big up Jeff Schumann.
And that's why he went to BBC Extra.
So big up Goddess Keela, who said that Adam and Eve story is not real. A man came from a womb. Man, that is the teachings of patriarchy. And then Goddess says, I'm surprised some of your black peoples are still lacking knowledge. Life insurance is a big scam. Leaving land is the best inheritance you can leave your children. So Goddess Leah says, I'm surprised some of your black people are still lacking knowledge. Life insurance is a big scam. Leaving land is the best inheritance you can leave for your children. She says, I'm disappointed with you black clowns. Yeah. Okay, you're going in. No one, okay, learn her story. Whose story you want us to learn. Well, I'm not going to reference sort of the clown comment. I'm not sure who you're referring to in that. But, yeah. Remaining appropriate. Basically, life insurance is for some, and land is appropriate to leave for your inheritance for children. But we live in England right now, and you have to be able to access land. And even when you buy land in other countries, there can always still be a fight for the land that you think you bought from the man that you think you bought it from, because even our black people still be selling us out and be selling us stuff that doesn't actually belong to them, and this, that and the other.
Because there's a difference between freehold and leasehold.
And there's a difference between freehold.
That person could tell me what the difference between the two
but
is.
it's freehold and leasehold in Africa. Like in Ghana and Jamaica, do they still have freehold and landhold?
But I'm just want to say, does that person know the difference between the two?
No, but if it's land, then it's more land.
No, it's still the same. No, it's still the same. No, it's still the same.
I know, innit?
So you can't sell the freehold.
Brighton Terrace, look at yourself, Chanel said Brighton Terrace where clowns was. Listen to me.
Exactly.
But yeah, Brighton Terrace, which was where Trust FM was.
Yep.
Emma Moona says clowns, you know, wow. Yeah.
Deep.
Obviously, I know that people need to be woke, but I wouldn't say, that's why we use words like woke and stuff, and I think clown sounds a bit disrespectful, sis, or brother. Yeah. Do you understand? Like, you know,
I think there's a different thing. I think, like you said, land is very important if you've got the ability to access it.
But
somebody's life insurance of their parents may leave for them, may give them their first injection of wealth to be able to buy that land in order to carry on and passing that on to the family. I understand that you say it's a scam, that some people do have that idea, but your insurance does pay out. If something happens to you within the term of your policy, your insurance does pay out. And a lot of other races, sometimes when we have other races have inheritance, we feel like, oh, it's money that's saved, or it's businesses that's passed on, or it's and it's not always that. Sometimes that first injection of wealth that they get is from their parents' life insurance, and that allows them to have their first injection of wealth to start something for themselves. And many of us, unfortunately, sis or bro, who made that comment, are not leaving our children with anything. We're leaving them in cases of debt, as opposed to leaving them with a step up, with an injection of wealth for them to carry on forward.
Big up yourself, R1 the DJ, and that's exactly it. Big up yourself, C&D Creations, and said, talk the things, Paula, because it's true. Like, some people might not be able to take out $5,000, for example, to buy a piece of land, but I can pay down $5,000 over a period of time to enable myself to then do that at a later date.
Yes.
And life insurance, because it was funny, because actually talking to one of my other sisters, the many of them that we have, she was saying that she looked at her life insurance, and her life insurance wasn't for 25 years, it was for something like 48 years or something mad like that. So even like when you came on before, I was talking about life insurance, and I was saying that normally, from what I understand, I didn't know there was a whole life insurance. They always talk about 25 years of insurance because that's the easy way for them to catch us and to make us pay money without us getting anything back. But there is whole life insurance. So sometimes as well, it's about doing your research as well. Do you understand? So you can understand what is about there.
You get yourself a financial advisor.
Get yourself a financial advisor that can tell you the differences of the things that's out there for you.
Still need to
and the thing about it as well, most of us, we pay insurance for a number of things. We pay insurance for phones, we pay insurance for cars, we pay insurance for content, we pay travel insurance, some people are paying insurance for watches and shoes and bags. Now let me tell you one thing. Those insurances are good while you're here, but guess what? When you pass away, none of those insurances are going to provide anything for your children.
Family.
Not one of them.
Smiley just said something about the government going to ban life insurance or something like that. Do you know anything about that?
I've not heard of
I haven't heard anything about that.
I think, you know what it is? I think they're going to...
The thing about it, the reason why they might cap it... Do you know what I think as well when it comes to life insurance as well? You know, like especially in American stuff. Could you imagine if every black person in America had £1 million life insurance? Do you think that the police will be doing what they were doing? Those life insurance companies would be getting involved to say, hey,
stop killing them. You're absolutely right.
These killings need to be stopped.
They don't have it. They don't have it.
Do you know what I mean? I know that's a whole different conversation, but you know, some people find them important, some people don't. But if somebody relies on your salary, if somebody relies on you and something happens to you, then having insurance in there to continue that if you are no longer here is vital.
Make sure they're protected.
Is to make sure they're protected.
C&D Creation says life insurance can be as little as £28 per month.
Could be little as £10.
It can be little as £10.
That must be critical illness.
What was we talking about? And different type of life insurance. Remember you was talking about the work life insurance, the not work life, but if you
income protection.
But remind them we've gone over, but because you brought this up and you kind of try to.
So just another role of mine is I'm a qualified registered financial advisor and specialise in insurance. And the reason why I done this was because my sister had a stroke last year and had brain surgery without any insurance, God forbid. Now if she did have critical illness insurance, that payment would have been paid out that could potentially adapt the house for her to go home. It could potentially be paid for that she can have the care, or we can decide where she goes with that payment paid out as well. But going back to what you were saying, Leticia, income protection is a policy that's put in place that if you are unable to work because of an illness or an accident and your workplace doesn't pay you, having income protection will provide you with your wage until you go back to work. 80%. Many of us, you can have up to 65%. There's some organisations that will give you £1,500. There's different things, depending on people's circumstances. But at least if you are unable to work and you've got income protection and the doctor signs you off, you know to yourself, like, hold on a minute, I'm getting something every month that's going to pay me to make sure I can continue with my lifestyle. Do you know what I mean? Many of us, when we have critical illnesses and things like this, we cannot stay at home to really focus on our health. Why? Because we're rushing back out to work because we need to pay our bills.
Yeah.
So if you had critical illness cover, for example, and you were diagnosed with a critical illness, getting paid out a year or 2 years of your salary allows you to say, you know what, I can take care of family and I can focus on recovering, refocus on my health, as opposed to many of us can't do that because we have to rush back out to work because bills need to be paid.
A lot of us do that.
Yeah, definitely.
And just pull up, I'm just thinking, you know, when I don't know if you told them about making sure people are aware of the term, because a lot of the £6 policies you see, even on YouTube now, when I log on YouTube,
do you know what they are as well?
The term, there's like 10 years.
There's 10 years, or some of them are accidental death. I've had clients who's been paying insurance for many years, and it seems cheap for what they were paying for, or low cost. But once I've reviewed it and looked into it, they are covered for accidental death, for example. So that's why I got trained to do what I do. So I'm able to review it and give you that advice and guidance. Because a lot of times when you do these things online or through the bank, they're not advising you. They're not allowed to. They're selling you. Where I'm advising you, and it's up to you what you want to do with the advice that you're given. And I'm able to put your policies in place as well.
What insurance was it that covers your children?
Critical illness cover. So when you have critical, up until 21, up until 18, if they're in full-time education, up until 21, 22 in some organisations.
But that's about, if you've got critical insurance for yourself, it automatically covers your children until that age.
Yes, 50% of what you are sum assured.
There's another one that is related to your mortgage, that if your child passes away, that will pay out.
There's some elements in there as well that if you're God forbid your child passed away, there is a payment to help you with that as well. Yes.
Well, what's that one called? Because my sister passed away 8 years ago. Anyway, we'll get to that another day.
Right, okay.
But just to say, Miss Coco London says, secure the bag and protect the bag.
Oh, sorry. There's a lady there. Is it Nellis? Nellis 10?
Oh, Nelly's. Yeah, Nelly. Nels 10.
Nels 10. Yes, you're right. With critical illness protection, with income protection, yes, you do have to be in employment.
The keys in the name.
Income is protecting your income.
At the start of the policy.
But with critical illness cover, you can have critical illness cover from in the beginning. Once you have it, that's not necessarily dictated that you have to be in work. You're paying for, if you are diagnosed with a critical illness, you'll be paid out a lump sum payment.
And if your child is also with a critical illness as well. But I know, but a big up GL7 says, carry on talking, my sister, educate these people.
Oh, thank you. It's needed, and that's why I got trained and qualified, because I realised that I don't believe that many of us don't want to have these things in place. It's sometimes just having that advice and guidance. Most of my clients, they want it. When they look online, they get confused. But when I'm able to explain it and give them I'm like the small print, give them the breakdown of why you would need these different policies, then it's more understandable, and people will take the policy in place. And when hard times come, they may not be thinking the first thing I'm going to cut is my insurance. They might be thinking the first thing I'm going to cut is bringing down my mobile phone bill, because you know some people out there paying over £100 for mobile phone bills.
Tell me about it.
Tell
me about it.
And not even car insurance. My nephew's just turned 18. Do you know how much his insurance is? He wants to drive so badly. I don't even know how much it is, but I know that it's a lot of money.
We bought my youngest daughter's first car for her when she was 19. Me and her dad bought her first car, and her insurance was more than the car.
How old are you?
No. This is what
my oldest daughter's 26.
I'm just trying to ask that.
You're not allowed to ask a lady.
You know the thing is, black don't crack.
Anything goes.
Especially on a late
I don't know what your name is. You have a husband. No, but
big up, Graham. I'm sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but Orica Graham, I think, says this is good info, and it is good info, and that's what happens on a late night talk show. We give you things that you need to know, information, we educate, we like to learn from you as well. You know, it's a platform to spread information. Each one teach one. Thank you.
And I provide free consultations to the community. So if anybody would like a free consultation, I'll be happy to provide you with one, give you the advice and guidance. I'm able to put in a quote, and all I do is give you the information. It's down to you what you want to do with it. But at least I know that I've provided you with the information to protect yourself, your family, your children, and those that you love the most.
And make sure you quote the Late Night Talk Show when you hit her up on You For Us. That's YOU, the number 4 _.
Us _UK.
There you go.
Yeah. So follow me, at me. Follow me on my social medias, and we can. I share a lot of information about financial protection, and I also work with people around their personal finances, because where we are right now in current times and current climate, we cannot continue to be spending how we're spending, to not having no idea where our money is. We need to be living below our means, because times are going to get very hard. I don't want to, sound loom and gloom, but recession, jobs being lost. We need to start living below our means, and right now I'm seeing that people are still spending like everything's all good, and we need to be reevaluating that.
I think what you said earlier on, if black Americans, if you're listening, had life insurance and accidental death,
That's a whole different ballgame.
The insurance.
That doesn't blew me away what you just said there. When you said that, I was like, wow.
No, it's true. It's true. It brings it home, innit? Big up Orica M as well, again, who says this is the type of information that we need to be hearing, and not just music. And Ontop FM is a very versatile radio station. I would have to say big up Ontop FM, big up the DJs and all of the other talk show presenters or artists or whatever you call us. Because we talk things, and but short of that, big up the Late Night Talk Show, because this is what we're about. We're about educating, and this is why we do it. We try our best to educate and bring forth information to people to value yourselves and develop yourselves.
I listen to it
and all that kind of stuff. But just for the next minute, we've gone over anyway. But big up DJ Eyes, who is not going to be here, but he will be back next week, giving you sounds of music that you love to hear. If you can just let us know, because the topic of the show today was about Black British history. This is Black History Month, the month of October. Not that we need a whole month to celebrate our culture and our culture, because we are black, who is before you hear. Or if you can't hear us, and for those that can hear us on the radio, yes, we are all black, and it's about Black History Month. You don't even have to be black to understand Black History Month, because black people have brought so much to society, and society is trying to erase the positivity and the creations that we have made, and what we have put into make this world, and what we have built in British society and all over the world. Like, our culture is taken for granted, and you just don't understand the music and the different things that we create that bring value to people of all cultures around the world. So Black History, the Black British History book, which is co-written by Paula Perry, you can find it on.
You can find it. You can follow the page Black British History on Instagram. That's at Black British History, and there's more information and a link and how to purchase the book. Anyone who purchased the book through the link on that page, on my page, will get a signed copy.
Hey. And just make sure you quote Late Night Talk Show, just so that we can know that we're reaching the community, just so that we just know what we're doing, because this is what we're about, and we can't keep on giving value, and we don't even care anyway. But at the same time, we do what we do because this is what we are about, innit? But it just helps us to know that we are giving value, because we are all value creators. Paula Perry is a value creator.
Just before we go as well, this book was published in 2017, and this month we will be releasing the second copy.
Oh!
Yes!
Drop the bomb!
Is coming!
Yes. We've gone over time, and you just dropping that now.
Sorry.
You're just dropping that now, sis. So let's tell us, what is part 2 about?
So
what
part
number
2
you got
is
to?
going to be
From
30...
216 to 17.
The next one is 30 Black History influencers. So
God.
we're talking about 500 years of global influences coming from the UK, the USA, the Caribbean, India, and Europe. So it's going to be 500 years of black influencers, and we're focusing on 30 of them. Yes, so it's going to be the same type, but
big.
Looking forward to that.
Paula, thank you so much for educating us on your beautiful, wonderful book, and just big up your co-authors as well, please.
Yeah, so my co-authors, Robin Walker, Vanika Marshall, and Anthony Vaughan. It's 4 of us who's made this book, 4 of us who's created the next one, and we are extremely excited to bring that to you.
Big up yourself. Nell said, big up, amazing, well done. Fab shows always. Thank you, Paula.
Thank you.
Yes, so people, guys, so thank you all. It's Let That Talk Show. We've gone over our time. But yes, C&D Creation said, "Wow, I'm looking out for it. It's coming. Make sure you get your copy of this book first before you go on to the next side. You got to start in the foundations. Look at the roots before you grow up the tree. This is the problem. We want to run before we can walk. A baby walk, in crawl, in drop, in pick up. Take your time. Take your time. Start here first. Educate yourself, educate your children, because that's what the most important thing is. We're big right now. We're trying to unlearn what we've learned. And we need to learn our children from... You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, from the beginning.
You understand?
From the womb.
So, just big up Flash Pal events who said, I have to buy 50 more from now.
Bless.
Big up my sis. She's such a support of her people. Sis, love you always. Big up my girl. Dano Camp KO. Hey. People, peace and love. Big up M Bowles. This is amazing. Keep up the great work. Great show. Thank you all. Make sure you check out Let That Talk Show every Wednesday from 10 till 12. Paula, did you say where they can get the book?
Yep, so it's on my, I won't read out the bit.ly link. So if you follow me on You For Us, that on Instagram, if you are, that's YOU, the number 4 US us, you'll find me. Also, there's a page for the book called Black British History. The link is in the bio on there as well.
Okay, and also it's also on the Late Night Talk Show. So if you're not following, make sure you're following the Late Night Talk Show, which is the letter L, the number 8, and the words night, talk, and show. Yeah, check us out. Look out for the next person that's going to be talking Black history next week. Late Night Talk Show every Wednesday from 10 till 12. I'm your girl, Leticia, aka Leglelicious.
And I'm your girl, Miss Leesh.
And you need to be here every single Wednesday from 10 till 12 p.m.
But big up yourselves, people. Thank you, guys. Peace and love. See you all next week.
Sayonara.
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 Auf Wiedersehen.
Arrivederci.
See it. All right. One more. What happened?
Arrivederci. Arrivederci.
Your camera looks nice. When I looking at myself through your camera, I was like, this camera's making me look good, yo.
No, it does that.